Polytheism was the companion of settled agriculture. The total number of spiritual or divine attributions was smaller, and divine beings were generally human-like or perhaps higher animals. Settled farmers had wider social networks than nomads, so their rulers might be far away and rarely seen. Norse religion attributed many deities that we can now recognize as humans. Humans were thought to live in Midgard, while gods lived one level higher in Asgard. There were a further 7 domains, including the land of elves and black elves and giants. The 9 domains were connected by Yggdrasil, the tree of life. While most deities were recognizably men and women, there were also animistic beings called Vanir, a serpent chewing at the tree roots, and spirits of ice and fire. While the gods of Asgard were mostly male, there were also female Valkyries and shield maidens. The relationships of heaven were very similar to the clan structure of Earth, and the theory of the origin of the world was like a family pedigree. Greek religion also had a family history in its theory of origins. There were original beings including chaos, the sky, the earth and the abyss. Earth and sky gave birth to 6 male and 6 female titans. Later generations had father-son rivalries. Zeus escaped being eaten by his father Cronus to become king of the gods. Zeus then swallowed his wife to prevent being overthrown the same way, but Athena was born from his head, fully clothed and ready for war. This may be a way in which the new religion could absorb the cult of Athena without challenging it. Greek mythology also had many animal and human-animal hybrids in its theology, many of which have been used to name moons of planets in the solar system. Roman religion originally included worship of animistic spirits associated with particular places, which included trees and boundary stones, and called Numina. It later became much removed from spirits of nature. Its gods were clearly human, with specific roles. The composer Gustav Holst used some of these in The Planets, for example Mars with war and Saturn with old age. In the crisis after defeats by Carthage, Roman religion imported many Greek deities. Later, as Rome went from republic to empire, the centralization of power was associated with the Emperor Augustus being declared a god. The next historical move was for the Emperor Constantine to associate himself with the previously reviled Christianity and make the worship of the Christian god the official religion of the empire. The transition from polytheism to monotheism may follow this centralization of political power. Polytheism usually had one deity, such as Zeus or Thor, with more power than the others, though more like a chairman than a monarch. Monotheism locates all the power in one invisible male figure. The main surviving example of polytheism is Hinduism, the main religion of India. Buddhism also started in India, though it is now almost non-existent there. Buddhism is somewhat different from the other religions discussed here, as it has fewer attributions of minds into a spiritual world, and therefore needs a separate discussion. An interesting puzzle at this point in history is this: what happened to the women? Women are prominent as divine figures in early polytheisms, but largely disappear in the transition to monotheism. Norse and Roman religion had many powerful female deities. In Christianity, only Mary, the mother of Jesus, remains. She constitutes the idealized mother. Her forbearance is perfect, she never speaks, and she has no needs of her own. Mary is incorporated into Islam in exactly this way. The relationships of heaven in later polytheism are essentially those of the patriarchal family in advanced agriculture. The head of the family is a powerful male, and property is inherited by the eldest son. Proof of paternity becomes important, so modesty of wives needs to be demonstrated. The relegation of female deities mirrors the loss of influence for women in agricultural society based on the property ownership and male inheritance.